Check, check, rickety rack. Here we are, folks. Semi-final round of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship from here at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. Alvin, I got some feedback with whatever you just did. Still doing it. Try it again. We're working on some sound issues as the ladies prepare to get underway here. This afternoon in the semifinal round, we have Betty Lee, who you're seeing racking currently. Betty from Conyers, Georgia. She is a former U.S. amateur champion. Going against Jackie Blomlie of Ocala, Florida, kind of the hometown girl. Alvin's pointing at me and giving me weird looks.
There
How about
you
that?
go.
Oh, there's Alvin.
Yo, live. All right.
I'm Jason Bowman, your host,
All right.
joined by Alvin Nelson, your co-host, and
Man.
at some point, Alvin, we hope to have the Black Widow,
Yes,
Jeanette Lee
take
here.
over for me.
So the thing is, this match was scheduled for 3 p.m. Eastern,
And she's in traffic on US
and
19.
the ladies have been moving so quickly today that they have opted to start early rather than wait another
We want to go play
45.
in the sand.
Well, they don't want to get. They don't want to get.
They're in
They don't want
Florida.
to go sit.
Yeah, and they want to get out of here. Go play in the sand.
So we are going to let them go ahead and get started with
Yep.
the semifinal round.
And there is Miss Betty Lee.
Betty Lee, Conyers, Georgia, the 2009 U.S. Amateur Champion, Women's Champion. Her opponent, Jackie Blomlie. So Jackie's from up the way a little bit in Ocala, not too far from Tampa. That'd be a good 60, 70 miles from Tampa. So we'll call her the hometown girl.
Yeah.
Jackie's been playing for 22 years. Of course, this is Betty Lee at the table. Betty changed it up on us, too, because she had the all-black on earlier.
Yeah, she did.
Now she's in the green, and before
I
we were
noticed she
watching her.
changed her outfit midday.
Yeah, well, hey, look, she's
Must
got
be
the
more
experience
comfortable.
here.
Yep.
I was trying to see
I
if
like changing my shoes.
Jackie... Okay, so Jackie's been here before, too, and has finished as high as 7th place. So, again, both of these players, and not uncommon the further into the bracket you go, most of them have been here before, and they have some experience in this tournament.
Yep.
Which is really critical, I think, because of the format.
She very well could have missed that ball on purpose. Being a higher skill level, you know, if you don't have a run out, sometimes you don't want to shoot all your balls off the table. But I would have moved one of her balls together.
And so if you're tuning in for the first time to this year's competition, some notes of interest. Number one, it's a race to 5. The first of these women to win 5 games will be will lock into a spot in the final round, and then the other will finish in 3rd place. Here's our rules. So, and it's a combination of 8-ball and 9-ball, which is very unique to the U.S. Amateur Championship. They're going to play, I think they started in the 8-ball set, so they're going to play 3 games of 8-ball and potentially 6 games of 9-ball, depending on the score. Again, this is a double elimination tournament, but at this point, each of these ladies has at least 1 loss. So
yes,
one of them will end their tournament run in 3rd place. The other will move on to face our other finalist, Robin.
Yeah.
Robin's last name? We're going to get that info.
Parker.
Robin Parker?
Yeah, I
Okay.
watched her shoot yesterday.
Apparently
she's
playing very strong. I've not seen her play. I know she finished her last match very quickly.
Yeah, she played.
She defeated Jackie earlier, so
she played
this
good
past
pool
round.
yesterday.
So she is in the finals, and she is destined to meet one of these 2 ladies, depending on the outcome here. So buckle up, folks. It's going to be an exciting ride. We'll tell you a little bit about the participants as we go. Jackie here playing for 22 years. Her dad owned a bar and actually started an APA league there, so that's how she got involved in pool. Always like to hear stories like that. She's actually been to our event, one of our events in Vegas, at least 9 times, between double or singles, team, masters, Scotch doubles. She's been there as a referee. This is her 4th time at the U.S. Amateur Championship rounds.
You guys are talking about having me go out and do that Masters tournament for you one of these years. I'd like to do that.
The Masters is a pretty cool format. It's kind of like this this format in that it's a combination 8-ball, 9-ball. There is no handicapping, you know, like most of our leagues and our championships are handicapped based on skill level. With the USAM and with the Masters event, it's just You're just playing straight up.
Well,
There's no.
don't be afraid that I'll say no.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
If you want me to go, I'll go. Inviting myself. Love it. All right, here she goes. Oh, man. Jacked up over the ball like that with the thumb bridge. I like, I've seen players use 2 bridges before together. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's crazy. Seen a player use 2 bridges before, stack them up, and then got a real sharp angle down.
Oh, I gotcha. They put one on top of the other.
It's pretty interesting. I can't remember who that was that did that. One of the pro players.
I guess
actually.
that's legal, huh?
Yeah, it was legal.
There's no limit to the amount of bridges you
I
can
guess
use
you
for
can
a
stack
shot,
20 of them up if you want.
It's probably a world record for most bridges stacked kind of thing.
Yeah,
I was watching Facebook the other day on
Yep.
Halloween, and apparently there is a world record for sticking Post-it notes on your face in 60 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Are we friends
useless
on
fact of
Facebook?
the useless fact of the day.
I'm not sure if we're friends or
I
not.
don't
I'll
know.
have to
I don't
look you
know.
up. We're friends in real life. That's what matters.
That's the most important thing,
Uh-huh.
Alvin.
Uh-huh.
Again, you've got. I'm Jason Bowman. I'm
Yeah.
director of
He's the
marketing
man.
for APA. I'm here with Alvin Nelson from Inside Pool.
I'm the
Alvin
robot.
of streaming fame across the globe. Have you streamed from other countries yet? All
oh,
U.S.
yeah.
Streamed from
Oh,
some other
yeah.
countries?
Yeah, stream from Berlin, stream from...
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't.
Okay.
All the girls there do. No, they speak English. No, I had a great time there, actually, at Bata Billiards. They have a 5x10 diamond there in Berlin.
I guess what I was getting at is you're commentating in English. even in
Yes,
the
I've
foreign
never
countries.
done. No, but hopefully I'll be going to China here for a month or two, and I'll be learning some Mandarin.
Really?
Actually, that's the hardest language to learn.
That's
from
what I
understand.
hear.
Great
Mandarin
shot.
Chinese, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, she can shoot this ball right in the side and hit that 15, and we're on with our first score, Jason, and we're well underway. Oh, now you got something to do. Man, this guy is so busy. Man, this
Who's that?
Jason, you, man.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Everybody's talking to you. You got your phones going off. Oh, thank you, man. So,
Well, it's a work day.
Yeah,
so, you
it
know,
is.
the work is still going on plus
good.
the tournament.
Wow,
So
how great is that? You get to go on vacation and work. That's awesome.
we got a lot
kinda
going
what
on
I'm
back
doing,
at the
too.
office this time of year. So we're
That's what I heard. Bill's off, and Bill Tufts, the other mastermind of this tournament. Oh, wow, not good. He's having a conference call with your people, I believe.
I think he was
he's
talking
done
to
now.
our general counsel, Paul Woody.
Okay.
So you know that's a serious
Ah.
conversation when,
Oh,
when you're
yeah, I
talking to
know
the
him.
lawyer, you know.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I thought you meant Woody, the guy that owns.
no, that's Atlanta. Atlanta Woody he's a league operator. No, Paul Woody's our general counsel at APA. He's
Okay.
our attorney.
Oh,
So
attorney stuff. Gotcha.
yeah, when he's involved, you know it's a serious deal,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah, Bill had seemed like it. Things were pretty serious this morning.
So not sure what that would have been about, but
Yeah, guess you'll know later. This ball here, the 15 ball, is not on the rail, so that's going to make it just a little bit more difficult to make. See, and she can't easily go down table, then all the way back up table. But the way that the 8 ball is, that 8 ball is not in a good spot. It looks like it's next to the hole, but it does not go in that side pocket. So she has to shoot the 8 ball past the second point down in the bottom left-hand pocket. That's going to be the end of this, one of these girls.
I didn't get a chance to see the rest of that last
See that
match
ball?
with
Yeah, you
Betty and Asia. How did that? I mean, obviously Betty won, but I didn't know. Was that a kind of a steamroll? Seemed like it went pretty quick.
Asia made a couple mistakes, and Betty totally
What was
ran
the
out.
score on that?
I can't remember the exact score, but it was.
It was not a hill nail biter, I'm guessing.
No, it was like I think Asia got 1 or 2.
Okay.
So Betty.
So Betty's playing strong ever
She
since
is.
you know
She's
she was down in that match to Chris
Right.
2 rounds ago and was down 4-2 at one point.
Right.
Staved off elimination, came back, won that match, and since then seems to be playing. You know, she's kind of saved her best pool for last, which
Sure.
is key to winning this bad
She's
boy.
playing good, but she's also made a couple mistakes at the wrong times, which
Yeah.
we all do. So.
It's just up to the opponent to try to exploit it, and we'll see
And
what.
if you're going to beat yourself up about it
Right.
or not. That's the main thing. It's not so much the opponent getting out of it. I think it's you. It's me. It's the mind will mess you up more than anything. Okay, she's going rail first. Oh no, she's going to cross bank this 8 into the right-hand side pocket. She may go in though. She gets. Oh, look at that! It did go.
Nicely done.
I couldn't see the angle from here, but that was a great shot.
Yeah, a lot of folks don't kind of understand the setup here. So the table is probably a good, I don't know, 50 feet from us where our position is. We are in the back of the Urban Strokers here in Palm Harbor. We're in the very back near the restrooms, ironically, behind the big backdrop that they do all the trophy presentations in front of, behind a gluttony of gear, the TriCaster and the cables and the monitors. So we're not actually seeing the action live on the table. We're seeing exactly what you're seeing on the screen, which sometimes makes it a little challenging to see exactly how much space there might be.
What's that, buddy?
Chat wants to see us.
What's the problem?
They want to see us. They want to say hi to us. You can show them us, Alvin.
All right, 1 second.
We'll let them get the break in. There we are. I'm Jason Bowman. Alvin Nelson here at Strokers, Palm Harbor.
We're loving it.
Kind of our setup here. You see all the gear, lots of gear.
Wires, junk.
All right, they probably want to go back to the match, see the break here.
Look at that bridge hand. All right.
Jackie with the break. Dry on the break.
We actually couldn't get that fourth camera out on the table, or it would be out. It would not be pointed at us. It would be actually out on the table. But we had some little extra technical.
What are they saying out there, Steve? I hear you giggling.
We need more light back here. I don't. Oh yeah. Just send across the.
They want to see you, man.
Send across the thumbs up across the screen.
There you go.
That.
Alvin likes the thumbs up.
Happy faces. And
Alvin likes thumbs ups.
Yeah. So there you go. If you're loving the stream, shoot us some love. And go to apapoolplayers.com and play in an APA league. I command you.
There you go. I like that.
See?
That's a new ad campaign.
Yep. I command
Play,
you.
we command you. Again, if you're just now tuning in, wondering
it's my move.
What this particular match is, we are at Strokers Palm Harbor, semi-final round of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. Got an early start for this one, so the tournament's been running on time or ahead of schedule. Both of these ladies played quick matches in their last round.
Sure.
Opted to start about 45 minutes early.
Loving it.
Which, if you've ever run a tournament, you don't mind that kind of thing, right?
No, that's great. Root for the guy ahead.
We'll take that early start every day of the week. And who knows, man? We may make it to the beach tonight or something,
cool,
right?
Dude. Yeah. Floaty. Yep. Go to the Sponge Docks.
The Sponge Docks.
You ever been there?
No, that
sounds
like
is
really
awesome.
Weird, though.
It is really weird.
Is that a bar?
No, it's a place where there's all these sponge boats and all these little shops where you can get soaps and sponges. And
really?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's cool. There's all kinds of people there. Crazy,
where's that at?
People. It's in Tarpon Springs here.
Interesting.
Up by Tom Cruise's house, I think.
I frequent a place called Jimmy B's here in St. Pete Beach, which is south of Tampa when I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Jackie's mom's on there?
Shout out to Brittany Blomlie.
Brittany, Jackie's mom's tuning in, rooting for her daughter. Daughter's leading 1-0 currently.
Mark. Yes.
Jackie again from Ocala, Florida, so just up the road.
Playing a lot of pool there. That's Orlando area, isn't it?
It's a little further north. In fact, it's closer to Gainesville, which is home of my alma mater, the University of Florida.
For a long time.
Go Gators, chomp chomp.
We did an event, the Seminole Pro Tour event there.
Up in Gainesville?
Art of Billiards.
Beautiful city, beautiful city.
Cool
so
place.
Ocala's, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes south of Gainesville.
Oh, sorry.
That's the daughter. Brittany is Jackie's daughter.
About. Yeah, that's who she was talking
Jackie's
about.
mom. Jackie is Brittany's mom, so.
This is your song, man. You're a star boy.
I'm not sure if I know the
song.
song.
I don't either. It's just.
All
right, here we go.
Got his dance moves going on. It's
All
only
right,
day
Jackie.
2, and we are super slap happy here.
No.
It's only day 2, but it's like hour 87 of commenting on amateur streaming.
You've been doing good, Jason. I've been proud of you, man.
Well, I hate to have you sit here and talk to yourself.
I know. It's
makes me very sad, so I come over and join you.
It's better with 2 people for sure. Yeah.
Although I'm surprised, usually you got like the players are knocking down the door to come sit back here. Maybe that's more the men's
it's
event.
The men's. They all want to be.
So I would imagine over the next couple days, of course, the men's division will get started tomorrow morning. Probably have a few of them come sit with Alvin and kind of give you their perspective on the match, which is always much better than listening to a marketing guy talk and plug all his
You know some moves on
All
the
those
pool table
things.
here. You're learning.
I know how to stay away from it for the most part. I do love playing, but I am not.
Well, this will get you better just doing
I may
these.
very well be the worst player in the entire place today.
Yeah, but you got a little knowledge about the game. That's okay.
Sure, well, I know about the game. I just don't not good at it. But poster boy for the handicap system is what I always say. Right?
Exactly.
All right, so Betty will come back to the table here.
It's getting messy.
Got a little bit of a mess there. You got any cute nicknames for a messy table?
No, I mean,
No?
it just, sometimes there'll be like a Rorschach where they'll start making design. I see so many stuff, it starts making smiley
Different designs,
faces.
like clouds?
Stars, smiley faces, frowny faces.
I gotcha.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Betty doesn't look too thrilled here about what she's dealing with, but
I've seen where all
I'm
the
sure
balls
she'll
are
navigate it out.
I've seen crazy ones where all the balls are all lined up in a row after the break.
Looks like a Dr. Q trick shot.
Yeah, after you see 1,000 racks, you're going to see some crazy layouts.
Somebody's asking about the format. So the tournament is double elimination up till the finals. The final round is not double elimination. It is, however, an extended race. So the ladies in the final round will race to 9 as opposed to 5, I believe. And it's the same way in the men's division, too. So,
So does that mean the person that has to beat Robin twice in the finals?
no. The person that Robin, basically the final match becomes single elimination, longer race. So we're getting a question on the chat about whether Robin has to lose twice. So essentially, no. Because it is an extended race of 9 versus 5.
That way you don't start the finals, second round of the finals at 6 a.m. Monday morning.
Right.
Which we've done. We had a tournament start the finals at 6 a.m.
Oh,
Monday
yeah.
morning.
I mean, there are tournaments out there that are like triple elimination, and it's just like, holy cow.
Wow.
They're usually like run 24 hours, and
Oh,
there's all kinds of crazy
24 hours
formats
pool
out
rooms.
there.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But, so no, the idea there is that the extended race, which basically doubles the race count, is the substitute for losing that double elim as you get into the final round. So same way for the men. Again, this is Jackie at the table here. Jackie currently leading 1-0 over Betty. Betty's gonna get out of the line of sight of her shot. Nice sportsmanship move. Maybe lost there on the viewer. She got out of her stool so as not to distract her opponent, which is a show of good sportsmanship, a lot of which we've seen the last couple days here.
The women are always the most polite.
You know, I think in this particular event, the men as well. I mean,
yeah,
it's
but Jason, I agree, but I've seen them really I mean, they've never got mad, but I've seen them. They're, you know, you don't go talk to these guys if they lose a match.
Oh, sure, they're intense. There's no doubt.
Oh, man.
But for the most part, the level of dress is nicer.
great.
The sportsmanship is exhibited a lot more.
No, it's
I think
totally
all these players appreciate each other.
It's different.
You know, when you're beaten by somebody, you kind of realize, wow, that guy's just really that good
Outplayed me.
today. Not like, you know, well, I beat myself kind of thing.
Yep.
You see more of that here than.
It just depends on who shows up.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of different personalities that show up at this thing. It's different every year, of course.
So, stoked about the ladies' event and the finals coming up here a little bit later, but also really excited about the men's event kicking off tomorrow. I know we've got like, I believe 6 or 7 former champions in the men's division.
Wow.
So that's really cool.
Brian's going to be here.
I saw Brian Parks last night when he got to the
Wow.
hotel. He's obviously from California.
Henry, Kenneth.
Saw Henry out there practicing, our defending champ, Henry Broad.
Is Ray Linares going to be here?
I'm not sure about Ray. That's a good name. I didn't look, but
I haven't seen him in a couple years.
David Rowell,
Rowell.
Robert Hall. A name that I haven't seen in a long time, Bruce Choice was actually on there. Bruce, I want to say 2003 or 2004 won the U.S. Amateur Championship. At the time, was living in Orlando, the event being held in Connecticut.
Wow.
And I think I looked, and he's relocated to Maryland and is back down here playing.
Back in the cold.
Supposed to be in the finals or in the championship round starting tomorrow, so we'll see. Bruce Choice, though, another blast from the past.
Did Jeff Abernathy make it this year? Do you know?
Offhand, I don't know. I don't know that Jeff's actually ever won.
He's
I know
never
he's placed
won.
high, but
No, he's always a contender.
with all the years, so I've been at APA like 16, going on 17 years.
Wow.
This is my 17th
How old
U.S.
are you?
Amateur Championship. 39.
39, okay.
So I tend to,
too.
the years start to blend together
Yeah,
after a
they
while.
do.
You get that,
I'm
right?
39, yeah.
But I can always remember the champions pretty well.
Mhm.
You know, some of the other guys, it's hard to always remember.
Yeah, of course.
Betty shooting on the
Sure,
one
we'll
here.
see all the usual suspects at this tournament.
It's really like a homecoming. I mean, if you
Yeah.
ask these guys, they kind of describe it as that. They
win every year.
They
They're
come back just
qualifiers.
to kind of test their skills and
It's
see
a
where the event's
vacation.
gone.
And they get this prestige, man. It's
Well,
like
it was
winning
interesting.
the Derby or something.
Last year, talking to Henry Broad, who had won back-to-back titles in like '98 and '99, kind of went away for a while. He had some, I think, his knee issues that had to be resolved. He moved to California, comes back, 16 years later and wins it.
Wow.
And he just talks about how dramatically the competition level in the event has increased.
Oh, yeah.
As the popularity of this event
And the
has grown.
knowledge, the equipment.
Right. So Betty is now on the board. We're tied up 1-1 here in the semifinal round of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship being held in Strokers.
Yes,
Fantastic pool room here in Palm Harbor, Florida. Palm Harbor just across the bay from the Tampa area. So
Sure.
it's sunny out, about 80 degrees. Another beautiful day here
Oh, yeah, it's perfect.
on the Gulf Coast of Florida.
This is how it is every day, all winter. You lived in Gainesville.
One of the reasons. Yeah, Gainesville gets a little cooler up there.
Yeah.
Get a little more of the seasonal weather, but for the most part, yeah,
Summer.
you'll have 80-degree days in January there too. It's just the funny thing is up there, like it gets down into the 50s and everybody's got gloves and scarves on. Kind of interesting dynamic. More dramatic even if you get down like South Florida and you see, anything in those temperatures, it's like a crisis.
Yeah, I did the Keys there that one year.
Firewood sells out, and people realize they have heaters. Betty with the break there.
Okay, let's see about her layout.
It's like a decent spread.
Yeah.
Nothing
open
on the
table,
break.
So I guarantee Jackie's going to take solids because the problem is the 6 balls on the rail here, but she can shoot that ball down table. All she has to do is miss this second. I need the telestrator. Miss that second point on the way
Alvin's
down.
making circles on
I'm
the
doing
screen with
drawing
his
on the
finger.
screen. So
Non-existent drawing.
we'll get that next time. Yeah, that's nothing.
Steve's shooting video of us watching video.
What's up,
It's always
Stevie?
interesting. Jackie
Only.
making her way around the table, kind of sizing up the layout here.
Yeah, she's going to shoot solids.
Deciding where she wants to attack first. You like the solids here?
I mean, well, the only problem is the 4. The only problem is the run with the run out is the 4. So the stripes only look better because of that 9 ball there. She's going to shoot the solid. She wants to run out, man. Simple. She don't want to take 2 shots. She wants 1 shot.
So she opts for the
She's going
stripes.
to take care of the hard ball first.
She didn't want your advice. She took the stripes.
Yeah, she definitely. That's what I'm saying. That 4 ball being there is why she took solids. I'll bet you. I mean, I won't bet you, but that's what my guess would be.
I understand figure speech and all that.
Yes.
Correct.
She'll
Correct.
probably drop bottom rail. See, the 5 becomes a problem. She's going to have to go around the 5 and shoot the 13 and the. Okay, she went that way. That's what's fun about 8 balls. There's so many different ways to do it. So,
Yeah, the 9-foot table gives you a little bit more room to work with
Sure.
too. Obviously, most of our events are on the 3.5 by 7-foot tables. This is actually the only event we do on 9-foot tables, but
Yep. If I was training for this event, I'd be practicing a lot of straight pull, believe it or not.
yeah.
Because of the patterns and maneuvering.
Jackie
practice
says
straight
she
pull.
is equally good at 8 ball and 9 ball. She does not necessarily favor one game or the other.
And 3 cushion billiards is also something really good to play if you want to be a great pool player.
Okay.
So, because of all the kicking.
Now, what about 10 ball? Because you hear about that a lot.
10
The
ball's
pros
a
like to
great
play
game.
10 ball, and
Sure.
but
Yeah, I don't
that seems
think
to be
it's
the most popular game now, right? With the pros,
It is a popular
Playing a
game
lot of
with the
10
pro-
ball?
Yeah, they definitely.
less luck than 9 ball. Is that the thing?
Yeah, but now they're getting so good at 10 ball that. But yeah, they're
They'll
going
have
to
to come up
play.
with a different game.
They want to play 10 ball before they play any other game
Yeah.
for sure. But I think 15 ball rotation is going to be the future.
Interesting.
I really do. 15 ball rotation. That's what they play in the Philippines.
You predicting the future, are you?
Yes. We create the future here.
They got the Mega Millions drawing tomorrow here.
Nice.
If you want to predict that.
Just wait till it's the right time. That's what the guy told me that won 15 Q raffles.
15 Q raffles, huh?
He says.
I'd rather have the Mega Millions,
Yeah.
but
he
fine.
says he just waits till the right time, and then something says buy a ticket, and he buys a ticket. Sometimes.
Yeah, if you've ever been to like any of the big tournaments out in Vegas, you've got these folks that walk around with these high-end queues, basically raffling off a ticket for $5 or $10, and by the once 100 tickets are sold, they draw. That's what Alvin's referring to with the
this
Q
guy,
raffles.
his name's Steve. He lives here in Virginia Beach, and he's won like a ton of Q raffles. And
Q raffles, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, Mega Millions.
Yeah, I'd rather. I want to. Yeah. So you need to predict the future on that, if you would.
We'll go. We'll do it.
You get the numbers. I'll buy the tickets.
I cannot predict the future with this match. I know that, let alone the Mega Millions. But these two ladies shoot.
Betty Lee at the table here, shooting the solid balls or the low-numbered balls.
Yep. That the 4 ball's still there, hiding behind that 9. She can shoot the 4 into the side now.
Grab the bridge again.
She has 2 lanes to get rid of the 4. Got to get rid of the problem balls, though, first. We watched Asia basically lose her match making a mistake because she didn't take care of her problem balls in the first rack, and Betty got the momentum.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen a little bit more of that match, but I needed to get some food in me before these last 2 kicked off. I don't want to miss either one of them.
Right. Well, you'll be seeing it on the billiard channel on Roku when you get it hooked up.
Yeah, in fact, I had a couple of players ask about are these matches going to be archived? They will be archived online. Of course, Inside Pool will have them.
YouTube.com.
APA is going to put them on our
Inside Pool. We'll put them on APA's.
Put them on our YouTube
Some of
page.
them on ours, most of them on yours, and then we'll put them on the billiard channel, which is on the Roku.
So they'll be on the net.
Yeah, and
they'll
on
be
the
out
TV.
there. And on the TV.
They're putting the Rokus in the TVs now.
Yeah.
So
I don't have Roku. I have Netflix.
Yeah, I won't work on that. But all right, little back cut on this ball. Grinding through it here.
We've only been here 2 days, but it feels like a lot longer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And yet we still have a whole nother tournament to begin.
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's gonna. I love this.
It's an interesting dynamic with our tournaments because there's usually multiple divisions, and it's like you gear up and you start one, and then you get through one, and then another one begins.
The wave.
It comes in waves.
The waves keep coming. She's going to drop down for a pretty natural shot on this 10. She needs to be straight in on it so she can draw back without rattling the 10.
This is kind of nice.
Go forward with it.
Looking over Jackie's bio here, so we ask, who are your influences in life? She says, my husband and my children.
Nice.
That's nice, right?
That is nice.
And I know one of her children is tuned in watching, so I'm sure she's
welcome.
Nice to hear that. Mom is influencing you, or you're influencing Mom. Nice shot there.
Good. She's going to get a little steep on this. Oh, stop, not. No.
Oh, speaking of Jackie's daughter, well, she had also noted here, hopefully she's going to win this event, but also it's important to her to train her daughter to go further in pool than she did. So, sounds like we got a pool-playing family.
Yep, good.
Plays out of Boulevard Billiards.
Yep.
She got a big family. Tim, Timmy, Brittany, Connor, Wes, Braden. So hopefully they're all tuned in.
She just played a really good shot. Yep. She played a really good shot. That showed a lot of skill. I see her making this ball on the side. She's looking to shoot it up even. She's going to shoot this in the side. Oh, she's still got
third headset here when Jeanette shows up.
Yeah, we're working on that. That's
invite her into the mix here.
Yeah, we'll put her in there for me, and I'll switch the cameras.
If you're just now tuning in, you're watching semifinal coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship from Strokers Palm Harbor, Florida. Got underway a little earlier than anticipated, so If you're just tuning in wondering what's going on here,
Yes.
this is the semifinal round. Got started about 2:15, was originally scheduled for 3 o'clock, but things have run so smoothly here. These ladies opted to let's play and not wait, and so here they are.
Yeah, she wanted to pocket this ball and shoot the 8 in the right-hand side pocket, but she got a little bit of a funky angle. So once again, it's going to set up where it blocks the hole for the solids. So, but she can get an angle here to get rid of the 4 off this 5 ball. So she shoots the 5, cuts the 4 up in the corner, shoots the 6, and then shoots the 8. About all she's got. So both the 6 ball and the 4 ball are both somewhat of an issue. And she needs the 5 ball here to get to the 4. 4's next. Long
Betty,
cut shot. Yeah.
Betty here mentioned her family and friends and her influences. She also mentioned her work family.
Okay.
Not sure where she works, but shout out to them. And cited Efren Reyes and Kelly Fisher as pool or billiard influences in her life. So
great shooters.
a couple good picks there, right?
Absolutely.
Efren Reyes, the
Efren.
magician.
Yeah, he's
I've never had the chance of meeting Efren.
You never met Efren, huh?
Not that I can recall. I mean, I'm sure I've been in the same places,
Sure.
but of course I don't know. He doesn't speak English
doesn't
either,
really.
so it would make kind of an introduction
Yeah, he doesn't really
challenging.
I mean,
I met.
he's like the king of
yeah.
the Philippines. So
I met Bustamante
he's
a
always
few years
very
back. I want to say
cordial.
the year that
He speaks German.
the year that Terry Bell and Larry Hubbard, APA founders, were inducted in the Hall of Fame. Francisco was as well.
Nice.
So it was a great night for pool. That Hall of Fame banquet. It's always something else.
He's a great guy, Francisco.
I think this year Rodney Morris inducted into the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, another great guy. I love
And
Rodney.
Belinda Calhoun. So
Awesome.
players that will forever be remembered for their contributions to the game.
Look at that ball. That was a great
Nice
shot.
shot there by Jackie.
Well deserved. Now she's going to shoot it in the side.
She's going to point to that side pocket.
Yep. You don't have to do that, do you? You got to point to your pocket and.
That would be
in
a
this
rules
tournament?
question, and Alvin, you should know well
you're
enough
not the
that
rules guy. We don't make any decisions or no. We know nothing.
we will get clarification. But I think if
We'll
they,
work on that.
I think if they kind of agree to signal, then
Yeah. Ooh,
she
boy,
pockets
that
the
almost didn't go.
8 ball on the side to take a 2-1 lead.
Okay. Let's
Jackie ahead early in this match. Plays out of Boulevard Billiards. You ever been to Boulevard Billiards up in
I
Ocala?
have not.
I bet you've been to some pool rooms, though.
Oh, my God, yes.
Some better than worse, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Crazy
Well,
pool rooms, man.
yeah.
Man, this.
Now let me ask you, how do you
Yeah.
define a pool room? Because that's always an interesting question at the office, because we have leagues in 10,000 different places.
If
And
there's
is
not
it a bar? Is it a pool room? Is
No.
is it the number of tables that you consider it to be? Is it the size of the tables?
Pretty much. It'd be
You
the
consider
amount of
9-foot tables.
Yeah, if they have a whole stack of 9-foots in there, that's
Enough
a pool
for a
room
tournament.
me. Right. If
Yeah.
they have 5 or 6 9-footers, it's a pool room.
Gotcha.
If they just have 3 or 4 bar tables, then that's a
Right.
bar. And there's some places that should not be a pool room, that should be a bar, that have like 25 really bad tables that the whole floor moves when you walk on the floor, and you can't make a ball on the tables because they're so gaff.
Yeah.
So, but,
Well, we'll focus on the positive places like Strokers here in Palm Harbor.
Strokers
that's
is
got,
great conditions.
14
Look at
9-foot
this beautiful
tables.
table they have here.
Yeah, I was looking at the tables earlier. I guess Jose and crew refelted before the event. Looked like.
It's all in the owners.
Yeah. Well, Jose,
He's
the
a
owner
great-
here
he's
of
a great
Strokers, he's a pool player,
Yeah.
obviously, a very accomplished one at that, and
Yes.
takes great care of the place here. And this is, I know, a favorite for a lot of pool players.
Oh, yeah, this is a place to
that
hang
come
out.
down.
Yeah, it's all in the owners.
Of course, this area being such a kind of a vacation spot, but when pool players go on vacation, they want to go to the beach during the day, and at night they want to
Shoot pool.
play pool. That's right.
They want to go hit the balls on the table. Good shot there. We're at 9 ball.
Again, you're watching Betty Lee of Conyers, Georgia at the table. Betty, the former U.S. amateur champion, 2009. She won that title.
Got nice stay down, follow through. Plays nice speed.
I've always liked watching Betty play. Just really nice
good.
young lady, and
she's got it. She's a natural.
she's a good representative of the sport. I know back in the day, before I think she had kids, she would play in a WPBA event here and there when there were more of those events offered. And
hit that a little hard. Ooh, she left it right in the pocket. Now we're going to 9-ball. It's going to go a lot faster here. They had some really great strategy play in the 8-ball set. So we'll see more of you have no choice but shoot this one shot kind of game.
a lot of the men starting to filter into
Yeah,
the
I noticed
location and start hitting some balls on the table to get a feel for
Yep. I
the
noticed
rolls and the cloth and the conditions and all those types of things. So, of course, we pick up their hotel rooms when they come in. So
yeah, of course. So they
most of them come in the night before and check it out. Great hotel we're at too.
Awesome
You're staying at the hotel, right?
Oh, yeah.
Doubletree.
Oh yeah,
The
you guys
Doubletree at
put me
Rocky
up on the
Point.
top.
Oh man, it's a fantastic place. Sits right there at the causeway,
I
right
get
by
best
the
seat
bay,
now.
so you get a great view.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Nice drive over here in the morning. Oh, there's Jeanette walking in. She's unmistakable, isn't she?
Oh yeah, there she is. She knows right
When
where to
when
go.
the Black Widow walks into a room, people know it, man, don't they? Makes me a
Yep.
little jealous. Alvin's starting to
she's
blush back here. I can see it.
Ooh,
You know Jeanette? You
Oh,
met
yeah.
Jeanette? Okay.
absolutely.
There she is.
Hi there.
How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Jeanette.
Alvin's going to shift over and give you his headset and hook up another one. So, yeah. So we're being joined by the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. We threw her a little curveball and started the semifinals early. Jeanette,
Hello,
welcome.
hello.
How are you?
I'm excited to be here, actually.
Well, we're excited to have you. Get your
Thank you.
perspective on some of these top amateur players as we move close to the final outcome here. This is Jackie Blomlie of Ocala, Florida at the table currently. Jackie leading here 2-1. Semi-final round. There's Jeanette there in the corner. This one. There she is. So we've been promising you, and then we started early, and I think a lot of people were disappointed to see Alvin and I's faces when we started. So
No.
of course, Jeanette is now an APA League operator down here in the Tampa area. So
That's right.
you're local.
That's right.
You're
I
local.
am.
We
It was
appreciate
like
the
a
weather you arranged
20-minute
for us.
drive to get to the U.S.
Nice.
amateurs. And I love it here. I mean, the
Nice.
guys at Strokers, they work hard, they're friendly.
Yeah.
They
I'm
have a
sure
lot
you
of-
probably know Jose, who owns the place,
I
right? I'm sure
do.
you've run into him over the years.
I've known him for years.
Nice shot there by Betty. This is Betty Lee from Conyers, Georgia at the table.
This is a tough shot. And there's no guarantee she'll get position, but I don't know. I mean, she's got some options to bank the 7 towards the side pocket and let it land on the end rail where her hand is and stick the cue ball there. I think she's going for it, though.
You have any players that are playing USAM this year in the championship rounds? Anybody from Tampa?
Not in the championship.
Didn't make it. Played in the
round yet.
preliminaries, but didn't qualify for the.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll just be here checking it out. That'll bring Jackie back to the table.
Boy, she looks good over the table. Ooh.
All right. Alvin's giving us a crash course in the technology. Jeanette's gonna, yeah. Just start clicking. No,
Got
just
it.
kidding. Don't do that.
Thank you, thank you.
Just don't click anything other than the brand.
Yeah. We've had Alvin on a crash course with some of this equipment. Do you know Alvin? You know Alvin, right? Alvin Nelson?
Hello, Alvin.
Alvin does a lot of the
Nice,
streaming,
yes.
so I'm sure you run into him from time to time, different events.
It looks pretty straight. She's pretty straight on the 7, which would leave her a very, very difficult cut. She's looking to see if she stops or draws the cue ball a little bit to bank the 8 ball back in the other side pocket.
And we
Because-
are still in the semifinal round too, Jeanette. So race to 5 here. So every game is just so pivotal. It's at the short race there. The finals will go to a race to 9, but
Ooh, oh, that might be a little bit too much.
you can see the little spin move.
And she's frustrated.
Yeah, you can tell.
She came back a little bit too much, so she cannot bank this 8 ball back in the side pocket where she's standing, because I don't think she can get the cue ball out of the way. Maybe she's trying to play safe under the 9. Hold it a little bit too hard. It was a good shot. It's a good attempt. She just hit it a tiny bit too hard.
Bring Jackie back to the table here.
This is a little bit of a punch stroke. If she can hit the 8 ball, not use draw, and just let it go right to the side pocket just below or just above the side pocket and let the cue ball come 1 rail to shoot the 9 ball in the corner pocket. Okay, she didn't take a chance on hitting low. Still a great shot.
How challenging does this become on the rail where she's left herself, though? Is that
Well, there's a couple things. Whenever you're near the rail, you want slight elevation. You want to really make sure you chalk up real well. But if she hits this 9 ball hard, she could scratch back in the corner where she's standing. So she wants to hit this nice and easy. You can see it going towards
yeah, you can see what you said there.
Because she hit that a little bit,
She's
I
gonna
think a
leave.
little bit too full.
So Betty's got an opportunity here if she can pocket a long shot.
Ooh,
Nice job
very
there
nice.
by Betty. A lot of table to cover there, but she does it nicely.
Nice speed.
And
These
she
tables are rolling
evens
true.
the match up. Betty, of course, in the black jacket, gray pants. Jackie in the purple shirt, currently racking. Betty threw us off a little bit. She was in green a moment ago. She's now got her jacket back on, so. Very close match as expected thus far. Again, this is the semifinal round, so one of these ladies will move on to the finals. The other will finish in 3rd place this year's Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. We're now in the 9-ball set. Of course, one of the unique elements of the U.S. Amateur Championship is the fact that we play a combination of both 8-ball and 9-ball. The ladies started in the 8-ball set of 3 games. Now they'll play a maximum of, potentially a maximum of 6 games. So again, this is Jackie at the table.
Oh my God, that was an insanely good shot. That was way tougher, very missable.
It's got the Black Widow stamp of approval.
Well, I mean, if she's going to go for that tough, if I go for a tough shot, I want to know I'm going to get rewarded with a good shot.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go for it, I would have put a little drawback on there to make sure she could pocket the 1 ball.
Yeah.
Would have made it a little tougher to pocket, but you're either going to go for it or you're not. Pretty easy safety here, though. Unless she puts that kind of English on it. Hit that a little thicker than I would have liked, but.
And that'll bring Betty back to the table. So you're familiar with Betty, right? She's played in a few WPBA events over the years.
That's right.
We were talking about that a little bit earlier, that sometimes some of these ladies, you'll see them qualify for one of those events here and there.
And she's a tough player. I mean, she's super nice.
Yeah, she's
but she
actually a
is very
former
tough.
champion in this event. She won the 2009 Women's U.S. Amateur and has placed third place twice, second place once. So
She's got
very
a chance to
accomplished
make this.
player.
She's got a chance to make this one ball. Hit the rail first and then cut the one ball in. And you can't hit it very hard because if you make the one, again, if you're going to go for it in a way where you're going to get rewarded. So if she makes this, she's got to hit it soft enough that she would.
Oh,
That was probably a little bit too soft, but still didn't leave Jackie with an easy shot, though.
we've seen a lot of good safety play the last few rounds. As you might expect, as we get deeper into the tournament, obviously the players that are playing the best, the only ones left, and obviously it's not just about making balls, but being able to play safe when you need to.
Golly.
You like what you're seeing from Jackie, huh?
Fantastic shot, yeah. And fundamentally, they all look great.
Again, if you're just tuning in, you're watching semifinal coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship from Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. I'm your host, Jason Bowman. I'm joined by the very lovely Black Widow Jeanette Lee, who
Hey.
just joined us. I saw the crowd kind of light up when you walked into the room. Came to check out some of this outstanding action in this year's event, last couple rounds. Goes for the combination there.
Left her a shot. Now, if Betty hits this just easy, little bit of right English, she can go to the rail, to the other side of the 7 and get nice position on this 4 ball, unless she overcut it. Betty left Jackie with a rail first cut shot. She can't see the 2 ball straight on, but I think she can go between the 7 and the 9 and hit the rail.
Come off the rail and
Yes.
knock that 2 into the pocket.
Right, and
corner
it can't be really hard because, again, if she's going rail first, she's going to be cutting that 2 in kind of thinly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to go to the end rail quickly into the side long rail for position on the 7.
Need anything to drink?
Ooh, that was, that was thicker than I think she wanted. I'm not positive that she can make this without scratching. She can cut the 4 in the corner or in the side. Both ways it looks like she'll scratch in the side or the corner. I'm just not sure how deep the 4 ball is.
Mm-hmm.
If she can cut the 4 and still have the cue ball clip that rail. If so, she'd have to hit it really easy so that top spin takes right away. Whoa, golly. Well, Betty's got a shot on the 4, and the cue ball's going to hit that side rail, but if she hits it easy, she can be behind the 9.
Becky sends it, or Betty sends it all the way down the table into the corner pocket. Looks like she's
Just a tiny bit harder would
Yeah.
have been okay. She knew that if she hit it soft, she'd be behind a 9.
So have you ever had a chance to play Betty? You played her ever when she run into her?
Not that
Hard
I
to
bel-
remember.
Not that I believe
Yeah.
of her and
Just
I
interesting
playing.
that you remembered her name.
Well, I've seen her
Yeah.
a bunch. She's
Yeah.
played in a lot of WPBA.
Used to be
events.
Betty Sessions prior to getting married. So
Right.
and
that-
she's
and
out of
that's the way I
Atlanta.
know
Yeah,
it.
I think she plays out of Mr. Q's there in Atlanta, big pool room. Of course, Mr. Q's hosted the U.S. Amateur Championship for I believe 3 or 4 years.
You can tell she's a bit of a seasoned player in terms of she doesn't rush down the shot. She
Right.
makes sure she really looks at it, and she approaches each shot individually. She doesn't just slide from one shot to the other. She makes sure she kind of stands back and sees that cue ball striking the object ball.
She's been playing 20 years. She started as a freshman at Georgia Tech playing. She said they got a really nice rec room there in the student center, and that's where she picked up the game. We talked a little bit about the WPBA. Looks like last year she finished second place in the WPBA Regional Tour Championships.
Wow,
So
impressive.
yeah. Oh. Rattles it in the corner pocket there, though.
Tell you what, this is not a piece of cake. The cue ball, if she clips it with draws, she can literally hit the same rail where the 7 ball is and come across on the side. She might even want to follow, but then she ends up with a tough shot on the 8. Oh, I didn't think that she could do that from where she was looking. I didn't think she could see the left side of that ball.
Both these players having a little trouble with this particular rack.
The tough situation here is if she hits that 8 ball too thin, or even with a little bit of right English, the cue ball could come down rail and scratch in that corner pocket. So she's got to make sure that she hits it a little bit lower on the cue ball, and if anything, a little left English. Just let it go to the end rail and then back to this end rail and shoot the 9 ball maybe in a side pocket. Oh, she hit it too thin. You could see it.
Oof.
She almost overcut that 8 ball. That's how thin she hit it. Very nice shot.
Tough break for Betty. That's going to get Jackie. I don't want to jinx her here, so we'll. Now she's going to take a 3-2 lead. Again, this is a race to 5. The winner of this match will advance to the final.
I don't know if you guys were able to hear it, but when they were playing and Betty made that tough 8 ball and ended up scratching, Jackie made a point to say, hey, that was a great shot.
Yeah. See a lot of really great sportsmanship at this event. I don't know if it's just the dynamic of the event or what, but it's a lot of respect between opponents at the U.S. Amateur Championship.
I do think there's so much prestige in competing and playing and winning at this event. People want to be on their best behavior because they respect each other and they respect the event. Looks like they're taking a short break.
Alvin's playing with our sound a little bit. Can you hear yourself? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
Just doing a little sound check. I guess it's important. Can the audience hear us?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
All right. I just put the mouthpiece
I
right
think it
by
was just
my.
your mic was a little off the
Alrighty
mouth
then.
there. I figured we'd be hearing it in the comments if not. So looks like the ladies are taking a quick break. While they do that, let's catch up with you. So what's going on in the world of the Black Widow? I mean, I know you're like constantly on the go between running the league and playing
right.
pool and kids and appearances and all that stuff.
I do still have 3 little girls at home, and they do keep me busy. And you know that I bought the Tampa Bay APA here in Hillsborough County. We moved here about a year ago. People are just very friendly, very nice. It really has been very pleasant. To own the APA franchise here it was a very good experience for me because I think for a while there, just playing in tournaments and doing a lot of corporate events and things like
Right.
that for sponsorship, you end up just being around those people. And when you get back to the APA, you got people that are just fanatically crazy about playing pool, getting better,
Right,
meeting
right.
people. We have so many people when I go to a bar and I build a team out of a bar, there are people that said, you know what, I've known those people for 10 years. I've been coming here to Good Time Charlie's or wherever the event is, and we've never actually met, and now we're on the same team. And so even when they're not playing league, they're seeing each other at each other's host location, and they're playing more pool. So there's a lot of camaraderie and
Yeah.
excitement behind them winning possibly a trip to Vegas to
Right.
compete in the World Pool Championships. And there's also opportunities for singles to play against each other.
So where's some of the hotbeds for pool on the Tampa side? Obviously, we know Strokers here in Pinellas County. We were talking about Tampa, though, earlier. Where's folks are in Tampa? Where do they look to play pool? Where's some of your favorite locations you got?
Well, we've got Fatso's, which is off Bush Boulevard.
Yeah?
Really nice guy, Eugene Allen. Gene is what I call him. His son is a fantastic player. He's about, I don't know, 11 years old. Fantastic. Started playing last year, and now he's running racks.
That's up in North Tampa?
I guess I would call it more central,
Central?
just
Okay.
off 275 South.
Okay.
And then down in Brandon, we have Belucas Billiards. Again, great equipment, nice staff, good food.
Mhm.
So I really like that. We've got a new room opening up called Brulin's, which should be open in the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
So people are pumped up about that because Fatso's were, as far as we know, the only place that's non-smoking here in the
okay.
Tampa Bay area. We have a lot of bar table pool games that go on as
Sure.
well, but in terms of big tables, it's a real nice environment at Fatso's.
Cool.
But those are the two biggest rooms that we have
Yeah.
a lot of teams playing out
Yeah.
of.
And then you probably have a lot of teams playing out of bars as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
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 It's a whole different dynamic when you're running the league than when you're playing all the time, isn't it?
It,
A little bit different?
it is, but you know, it's not as tough on me as I might have thought. There's a lot of people that, you know, I talk to people, and sometimes when they're not satisfied, maybe they get kind of a little too excited, and with me, they're just treating me really well and
That's great.
making themselves speak nicely to
Yeah.
me. And but I get a lot of great ideas, and I've met a lot of great people, and
Nice.
they appreciate, the bars appreciate it because it builds their business,
Sure,
guaranteeing
sure.
more people playing on their slower nights, and the players like it because they're meeting each other and having
Yeah.
fun.
Again, this is Jackie
Ooh,
at the table here. Jackie currently leading 3-2 over Betty Lee, who's now chalking and sizing up her next shot.
you know, I would make the one ball into the 8, but I'd kill the cue ball, meaning hitting a little bit low on the cue ball and tap it in, because if she decides to stop and that one ball cuts the 8, the one ball will end up on the end rail and the cue ball being on the wrong side of it. So she kind of needs to kill the ball and hit it really softly so that the one ball will stay right there. Did you see?
Well, she
Yeah.
sort of did what you recommended, right?
No.
Well, at least as far as the 8, but the
Yeah, but
the
she had to hit
one,
it
yeah.
softly because you saw just that the one ball hit
right.
the end rail, and she even hit it hard enough for the one to get on the other side of that 7. Had she hit it softly, she would have been guaranteed a shot on the 1.
What's Chad got a question about?
How come the APA doesn't use better equipment at the national event?
The APA doesn't use better equipment. I
Are
would
you
say from our perspective,
Really?
we're quite happy with the equipment that we use. Of course,
That
most
is-
of our leagues are played on 3.5 by 7 foot tables. The vast majority of those tables being Valley Dynamo tables because they're that's just what you find everywhere. So we've actually used different types of tables in the past at our event, and generally the feedback we get is that the folks want to play on the tables that are similar to what they're used to playing on at home as best we can.
But that's pooey. This is great equipment, and this is right here, this is not in my county, this is in Pinellas County, but all the best players play out of here because they love the equipment.
I'm wondering, I think Chad might be referring more to our events in Vegas than necessarily the tables
Yeah, you
here
can't
at
rip
Strokers.
on Strokers.
Yeah.
Am I too loud on this?
No,
You
you're
can
not, but I
talk,
thought,
Alvin.
was the question not that Chad didn't have,
He's talking about the national.
He's talking about out in Vegas.
oh, the World Pool Association.
So.
Put all that stuff out for
Well,
those,
that's
anyway.
always part of the challenges. There's
It's just like,
like 2 people in the country that can provide enough tables for our larger events in Las Vegas, but it's really just a matter of perspective and kind of an opinion, and I guess I should say, on what tables are best. But we've been working with Valley Dynamo for a long time. We're pretty comfortable with those tables, and we believe they more closely mimic the tables that the vast majority of players play on, because that's what is out in the market.
That's true.
Throughout the United States. So we have tried other tables in the past, and the feedback on those was not necessarily great in terms of the level of experience that, they felt that they were a little different to play on. So
You're just not going to make everyone happy.
Sure.
You're just not.
and everybody has different preferences, so I get that.
Jeanette, there's actually a question for you in chat as well. Have you ever competed in this event, and have you ever won it?
In the U.S. Amateur,
Right.
I never played in this event. I don't
know that you've ever been allowed to, because you were pretty
Right,
much,
you're kind of good and stuff.
You were on top of the game pretty quickly in your
Yeah.
career.
So it took me 3 years to turn pro, and I was #1 in the world a year and a half later.
So pretty good.
So I didn't get to be amateur for very long. I certainly played my dues because around the different pool rooms that I played at, but I always played on 9-foot tables.
Right.
And there weren't a lot of leagues going on. There was something that used to be called the Bush League, but
Yeah,
for
well,
a very
that's
short.
APA. That's
Right.
what APA originally was.
Yeah, and so
But you're talking about in New
But
York
I
City,
didn't-
too, which is where you were.
and when I was
groomed.
playing, the only place in New York City that you could play in a league or play on a bar table was in bars. Pool rooms, they were never allowed to have alcohol in it,
Yeah.
and they were more for the more serious player.
Well, and you were, I'm guessing, early on, interested in not so much the social component of pool leagues as much as becoming the best in the world kind of thing. I mean, just from having known you. So
Right.
I'm guessing you just went out and started playing a lot of really good players and just kind of,
Beat them boys. I
Yeah.
beat them boys.
there you go.
So what's the move with the 3-ball here, Jeanette?
You
Does
know,
he-
I'd like to see if she cuts the 3 into the 4, right? Very, very thin hit, a little bit below center, and a tiny bit of English. The cue ball can get back to the
Right.
rail, to the long rail behind her. Just like, oh, but she decided to
She
go
hit
the
the
other way.
6.
Yeah, I would have actually hit it thin with left English and let it come over just above this chalk, while the 3 would still be behind the 9.
So now she can shoot this ball up the rail.
Yeah, she can just hit this almost full and bank the 3-ball
Bounce
away and
out.
let the cue ball hit the long rail and snug right on top of that
And then the
9-ball.
4 in the side, 5 in the other side. Drop down for the 6, 7 in the upper right-hand pocket.
No, I was thinking about playing safe.
Look at that. Nice rolling
Excuse
shot.
me.
Distance doesn't seem to be an issue for Jackie. She doesn't mind those
she's
long
got,
shots, does she?
I'm telling you,
plays
she's
nice.
got some heart. Because the difficulty of making that shot compared to how
Yeah.
easy the safety was, she's an aggressive player, but so far I've seen her make really tough shots, one after the other, with
And
no
the-
fear.
The opponent waiting in the finals is Robin Parker. Is that right? Robin Parker? Where's Robin from? Alabama?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Okay, a lot of great players come out of Birmingham. So Robin Parker is sitting idly by, hopefully watching some of this match to scout out her next opponent. Kind of an advantage. She gets to take a look.
Sitting up by the bar up there.
So, Jeanette, I have another question from the chat from you. This is from Alan. What can the Pool League world do to help grow the sport and allow the professional game to become mainstream?
Tough question.
I mean, out of all the leagues out there, I think this is by far the best league in terms of helping you develop your game, creating an equalizing system where you've got weaker players being mentored by some of the better players on the team. but I really think it's about getting interest from the sponsorship.
That's
it's
the hard part because
fans-
that's
Yeah.
where the money is comes from the corporate sponsors, the
And
Bud
what-
Lights and the Anheuser-Busch and the
right,
you know.
and this is how it affects it. When you have big, whoa, God, sorry,
She missed it.
sorry.
The fans have to support the industry, and therefore the industry then would support the sport more.
Well-
I think it's up to the individual pool player to buy the chalk, buy the tips, buy the T-shirts, buy the cues. You know,
Well, I don't think it's just
that
that,
helps
though.
support the players.
It does help, but at the same time, if we had big corporate sponsors
That's the key.
putting a lot of money on a pro tour,
Right.
then everyone will be driven to work that much harder, play that much better when there's something at the top.
Right.
Right now, currently on the pro side of it, there's very little money, and we've got some of the greatest players in the world that have now
It's
taken
incredible.
full-time jobs
Right.
and doing other things, even though they're at that world caliber. And I mean top
players that
serious
can
players.
run
And it's-
350 balls in
And,
straight pool.
and there's not a great reward.
It's a tough fix because it's kind of a catch-22. So
Mm-hmm.
what Pro Pool needs is big-time corporate sponsorship. You know, beer companies, insurance companies, people with millions of dollars that can
Right.
come in and fund it.
Right.
What they need to do that kind of thing, though, is eyeballs and customers, right?
Right.
When Bud Light goes and sponsors the Super Bowl, right, they do that because they want that audience drinking their beer. And so they've got to be able to find that same connection potentially through professional pool. And when you don't have the TV aspect of it, it makes it that much more challenging because that's where a lot of the eyeballs come from.
Well, we're doing pretty good on the billiard
So-
channel, believe it or not. We're doing over 1 million a month, million views, which isn't much in the corporate world, but we are making strides, and that's in only
great.
2 years. So
That's
even
good.
on the Roku, so
Fantastic.
we are getting into the TV area, and this quality of these matches. And the whole nother dynamic is this is the new TV. The internet, the streaming TV, and the sponsors know that too. But yes, you're right. Compared to the Super Bowl, you know, we're down the list, but I think we're going to get there.
Another long shot for Jackie, and
Oh,
man, she drills it.
golly, this girl.
The distance
Nice.
does not seem to affect her, and so she'll have another opportunity for a long shot here to get on the hill.
You guys ready for another question from chat?
Shoot it, Steve. Give us a second. Let's see what happens.
Sure,
real quick.
sure.
Jackie pockets the 9-ball and is now on the hill.
Good job,
All right,
Jackie.
question, man.
Here's a good question. I love the chat. The chat knows I love the chat. Here's a good question. What's a good tip to get a team out of a rut? We won the division last session, and now we fall into last place this session. How do you get out of a rut? Jeanette, what happens when you're just not, the balls aren't rolling well? What do you do to kind of get refocused?
I'll tell you what. First, speaking as an individual player, I always go back to basics. Sometimes you get into certain bad habits like jumping up on your shot or not being fully committed on what you're going to do while you're standing up. And then once you're down, absolutely 100% going for it. If you're going to go for it, you got to make sure you make it. And when you have that kind of focus in a pre-shot routine, you're less likely to have this kind of ambiguity in your brain as to, well, should I hit it high or low? Or all that's got to be done standing up. And then once you actually bend down, it's all in. And then when you get on a team, just supporting each other a lot more, maybe taking a little time. Sometimes when you have a good turnout, people start to get a little bit lazy about their preparation. And, you know, APA is for amateurs. They love it. But there is an opportunity to win a World Pool Championship and go to Vegas and win all different kinds of events. But that means you're going to put a little bit more work in than everyone else.
That's a good question, Steve.
Was a good question.
Who asked that question? Chad? Man, Chad's question. Chad's got all the questions. Same Chad?
No. This was
Multiple Chads?
No,
this was
he's
John
saying-
Schaefer that asked that question.
John
When you're
Schaefer.
saying chat, we are thinking CHAD, but you're actually saying from the chat.
Chat room. Yes.
I just
I'm
realized.
sorry, I need to
Is that what
enunciate
you
a little
thought
better.
too?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
keep thinking, I'm like,
Chat.
man, Chad asks a lot of questions.
I know. That's what I was thinking. And I kept saying, yeah, Chad, you need a whatever it is.
Chad.
Well, Chad, if there is a proverbial Chad out there, you're awesome, buddy.
There we go. This is our crew here.
Hi.
Listen to the bunny ears. Come on now.
All right, let's go back to this.
Back to the action. Jackie at the table on the hill.
Look at this one ball.
She is a 9-ball away from a shot at the final,
She looks like she's
or shot in the
playing-
finals.
How about that 2-9?
Does she go for it right here?
She has to.
This could be it.
You have to
think?
go at this. What do you think, Jeanette?
Yeah, I don't know that I would have played it like that, but yes, now that she's over here on this side of it, you do have to go for it.
She has to.
Whenever you've got a situation where the safety is tougher than just going for the win, I'm always going to go offense. If it's 50-50. There are times where safety is a lot easier, but here, in this particular case,
Even though it's a low percentage shot.
There it is, folks.
Nice.
The 2-9 combo, and
right.
Jackie Blomlie
Wow.
is on to the final to meet Robin Parker. What a way to end it.
she's so solid.
Wow.
She is so
She's
solid.
playing good right now. So,
Thanks. Steve.
folks, we're going to take a few minutes. I'm guessing we are at what time, Alvin? 3:20.
I don't exist in time.
So I'm guessing our final is going to be starting much sooner than 5 o'clock, which we had anticipated. So, folks, I would say hang loose. We'll find out a start time for the final round. I'm guessing probably 3:30, 3:45. And we will be back with our broadcast, and you'll be seeing the final match for this year's Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. It'll be Robin Parker, Jackie Blomlie, race to 9, combination 8 and 9 ball.
And
It's almost over, man.
this is awesome. And
You're
we got
freaking me out back there.
two
Look at
great
it.
commentators here, Jason Bowman, the guy, and Jeanette Lee, of course, the most famous pool player in history and the world.
Oh.
Absolutely. So we'll
There's
see
a
you
lot
then.
of different. She's a Hall of Famer, right? We got the Hall of
Absolutely.
Fame status, professional player, league operator. It's hard for me to give her the proper introduction because it's really long.
I know.
If
I'm
you throw them
honored.
all in there.
I'm honored to just be standing back here with her and you.
All
Honored
right.
to be here. Thanks, APA.
So we're going to take a break,
Poolplayers.com.
find out what time we're going to start our finals. I'm guessing 15 minutes we'll be back.
Alright.
So right around 3:30. Tune in, folks, and you will see the final match in this year's Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. We'll be back in just a bit.
Thanks,
All
y'all.
right. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. All right. Good job. Thanks.
You got league night tonight? Is
Yeah,
that why
you
you were
are
asking
good.
what time you were going to be?
Wow. You're hired, Jeanette.